When I told him I was thinking of programming a new piece for a whole evening, a fellow composer insistently said, "No, don't do that, no one will come. Program your piece with, say, the Mozart Requiem." Well, obstinate pig that I am, I haven't taken his advice, and I will probably pay the price for it. For Karuna is about 75 minutes long, and it stands alone in the Dora Stoutzker Hall on November the 8th. Before they commit themselves to the ticket price, people ask me what's it like, and perhaps I'm not the best person to judge. Its intention springs from my impression that the world is heading for a fall. On a crowded planet, the need to learn to share resources, to reduce the gap between the very rich and the desperately poor, to avoid the use of violence in defending national and religious boundaries, seemed to me to be crucial for us, let alone for our grandchildren. As Martin Luther King said, we must learn to live together as brothers, or we will perish together as fools. So, I've selected texts peripheral to the sacred books of world religions, which I hope will help us to address these issues, develop our compassion, for that's the meaning of the Sanskrit word Karuna, and put ourselves in the place of others less fortunate. The first half of Karuna touches on war and the homeless migrants that violence produces, on racism and the powerlessness of religions to practice what they preach. Against this, the second half proposes the need for compassion through the words of John Donne, Albert Einstein on the urgent need for change, with Desmond Tutu on the practice of forgiveness. The piece ends with words by the Thai Buddhist Thich Nhat Hanh and by two Sufi poets from the 12th and 13th centuries. And what of the music that carries the words? The idiom is modern classical, I suppose, but post-romantic. I can't seem to escape my early influences, which spring from the amazing creativity of European music about 100 years ago. Indeed, I celebrate my indebtedness through a number of musical quotations in the piece. So, expect drama, complex textures, rich harmony, and lots of colour. Above all, I've tried to achieve variety, from epic moments of violence or ecstasy to the intimacy of the Welsh Camerata singing unaccompanied, and the lone voice of Emma Kirkby, who finishes the piece. Why should she be singing about an elephant in the dark is something that you'll have to discover by coming along. I will try to keep you interested.